Hello everybody, this is Skarest here, bringing you another exciting episode of Skarest on Gaming, where we take a look at the various gaming news going on around the world, and I give you my opinion on it because I can do that. We do have a little bit of Super Mario RPG going on in the background, and we are going to jump right into this then. First thing we're going to talk about is the fact that there is this lovely, phenomenal deal going on right now with the humble THQ Bundle. Some of you may be out there familiar, in fact I hope most of you are familiar with the Humble Indie Bundle, in which they go ahead and they get a group of indie games, 5, 6 or so games, and you can pay what you want, you get the games, the money is then split between the developers of the game, charity, which is Child's Play is who they work with, and of course, and also the American Red Cross, and of course also going to the humble people themselves in order to help for the upkeep of the website, all the processing of payments, and all that other various jazz that actually costs them money. Well, they decided to work with, or THQ decided to work with them, and do a THQ bundle. Bar none, in my opinion, the best bundle that you're going to find out here. Now, just as a forewarning for anybody out there, this is a Windows only and requires Steam. So if you are A, not running on a Windows machine or don't feel like emulating a Windows machine on your Mac or something of that nature, or B, have a big issue with Steam, you're not picking it up or you're going to have to get over it. So, just want to get that out of the way first. So, we have 6 games that are on here for the price of at least $1. They have decided to run it that way this time. If you pay less than $1, you only pick up the soundtracks. Anything more than $1, you'll pick up these 6 games. 6 games that we have are Darksiders, Metro 2033, Red Faction Armageddon, Company of Heroes Opposing Fronts, and Company of Heroes Tales of Valor. We've got 6 AAA titles coming at you right there, guys. You're talking about paying at least $1. In my opinion, please pay more than $1. These are phenomenal prices that you're picking these up for. And then on top of that, if you pay over the average, which at the time of this recording is $5.61, you will pick up Saints Row the Third, which I tend to run a cleaner channel here. I will not be showing that game on here. I have played it. I think it's hilarious and fun, but do keep in mind that that is rated mature, and it's rated mature for pretty good reasoning. Now, you will also pick up the soundtracks to these games. You'll pick up the Saints Row, the Darksiders, the Red Faction Armageddon, as well as 2 Company of Heroes soundtracks. If you just want to get the soundtracks, you can go ahead and give less than $1. In my opinion, go ahead and give more than $1. Give actually what you need to at least the minimum to pick up the Saints Row. And if you've already got the games, keep the soundtracks if you want them. Give the games out on Reddit or something of that nature. Great gift for somebody. Phenomenal. Now, right now, if you are picking these up, you're looking at $190 worth of games, but you can get them for starting at $1. Once again, folks, pay more than $1. You're helping out charity. You're helping out THQ. THQ needs the help right now. Anyway, they are running with some financial issues, which are causing them to have to delay some of their releases, like the new Metro game. We don't want this to happen. Want to make sure they're getting money off of this and make sure that they end up being able to release these games for us. THQ is a great developer. I love them. They need the help, folks. And you're talking about just phenomenal price for these games. Now, they have raised right now total in purchases $3,470,000, $823, well, to be more precise, on there at the moment. I don't know what the split is going to them. It depends on what people want to split it as. You have the choice when you do these bundles to go ahead and give it all to the developer, give all of it to charity, all of it to humble, or of course split between them. The majority of the split going to THQ themselves in this case, if you do the default split, with the smaller portion of it going to the charity, and then the smallest going to humble, in which order to help them, which of course includes things like the bandwidth and the promotional time, and of course working with these people to get them to let them put these games on here. You can't find a better deal in gaming right now, folks. You really can't. This is, bar none, the best you're going to find, in my opinion, probably for the entirety of Christmas, is this particular THQ bundle. I can't imagine something better coming out from it. Also in the news with THQ, thanks to the Humble Indie Bundle, they ended up seeing a nice jump in their stock of almost 40%. They were selling pre-bundle at $1.07 a share, and then shortly after the bundle was released, they ended up jumping to $1.61 a share, which is a 37.96% increase. Now, of course, a lot of people took that opportunity to bounce out and make a quick profit. Then it brought them back down to about $1.40 a share, but that's still a nice increase in their share, in their trading value. If you happen to pick it up for $1.07, say the day before the bundle was released, and then managed to sell it for that $1.61, you made a nice profit off that, needless to say. It's one of those things that you could not see coming. I mean, unless you happen to have insider trading information, you didn't know this THQ bundle was coming up, and it just went up real quick. Bam, came out, $1.61. You know, phenomenal for the company. I like THQ, like I said. I hope they continue to be able to produce these games, and they definitely need the financial revenue to continue to produce. So pick up the bundle, guys. Pay a fair price for it. When the games come out, pick them up. You won't go wrong with a THQ game, pretty much ever, in my opinion. Now, also moving on to great deals in gaming, we have the December release of the PlayStation Plus content, which they've done very well for themselves this week. Or this month, excuse me. If you're not familiar with what it is, the PlayStation Plus is kind of like Xbox Live. The only difference is that you have to pay Xbox in order to play online. PlayStation, you don't have to pay them to play online. If you pick up the Plus, though, you get a lot of nice benefits, including discounts off of games and things of that nature, as well as actually having access to games for free for the month, as well as they have some on there that are there for a much longer period of time. First, we're just going to go off with what's coming off of the IGC this particular week with this month for PlayStation. Going off on December 5th, you will be losing Crysis 2, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and Double Dragon Neon off of the PS3. On December 19th, Chrono Volt will be coming off the PS Vita, and on the 21st of December, Tales from Space Mutant Blobs Attack will be coming off the PS Vita. So that is going to be tomorrow for as I'm recording this for all the PS3 stuff, and then later in the month for the PS Vita stuff. So if you want to play them really quick. Now coming back on, that's where they've done themselves extremely well. Coming on the 5th of December for the PS3, you'll be picking up Vanquish, Limbo, great game to pick up, and their highlight of the month, Batman Arkham City. Can't go wrong with those games. Great for you to end up getting for the fact that you're just paying the $50 a year or so, what it is, and you're picking up these games for the month for free. Phenomenal. Also coming out on the 12th for both the PS Vita and the PS3 will be Big Sky Infinity. On December 19th, only for the PS Vita and not available in the AU, you will be getting Mortal Kombat. And then on the 21st, you'll be picking up for the PS Vita and the PS3, Knit Underground. That's K-N-Y-T-T, which is the sequel to Knit Stories. All great pickups. Definitely a good way to go. I do recommend for anybody out there, if you have not actually picked up the PS Plus and you've got a PS3, get it. Christmas is coming up. Ask for it from spouses, parents, friends, whatever you have to. Definitely pick it up. It's more than worth the $50 or so that it costs. I don't know, it's $50 or $60. I don't remember the exact price. It's more than worth it. With all the free games you're going to pick up from it, and then all the discounts that you're going to get on other games and so forth. It's definitely a great deal out there. It's something that Microsoft, in my opinion, really is going to have to look at when they release the 720 or whatever they want to call the new one. A lot of people are out there thinking it's just going to be called the Xbox, kind of like Mac did with the iPod, or the iPad, excuse me. It's just the iPad. No, it's not. It's like the fourth iPad. Get it right. So, pick it up if you don't already have it. Well worth it. Great games coming to you. Now, we're going to go move into slightly more, in my opinion, depressing news, I guess you could say. And we're going to take another look at the Wii Mini, or as I so politely referred to it as last time, the Wii. Now, with the Wii, I'm not a big fan of it anyway, due to the fact that it just seems kind of silly to release the system on top of your Wii U just being released like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something of that nature. Seems kind of ridiculous. Well, as more and more information is coming out about the Wii, we discovered that it is by far one of the dumbest things Nintendo has ever done, in my opinion. What have we discovered? We've discovered three things, and we'll go in order of importance to me, with the least important one. First thing, no SD card support. What this translates into is the fact that you will not be importing or exporting any saves. So if you're wanting to jump between systems, maybe you had a Wii that died or anything of that nature, well, too dang bad. You're going to have to start over. Next, no backwards compatibility with GameCube support. Ridiculously stupid in my opinion. I happen to be a big fan of the GameCube. I probably use my Wii more for playing GameCube games than I do for anything else. Skies of Arcadia, one of my favorite games of all time, as well as things, like Wind Waker and so forth like that. Well, gone. Kiss it goodbye. You're not playing any GameCube games on this thing. Wii only. So be prepared to use that waggle stick. And then the dumbest thing from the Wii. One of Nintendo's more retarded moves, in my ever so polite opinion. No internet access. Which means you will not be doing Netflix, you will not be getting updates, you will not be doing any DLC, you will not be getting access to the Virtual Console. What? Just really what? You basically defeated the entire purpose for having the system, in my opinion, at that point in time. Wii games aren't all that good. And it's not because the games themselves aren't that good, it's because I don't want to waggle a stupid red stick at my TV when I'm trying to play a game. They're not that good. And you killed the only real reason to have the system, which is the Virtual Console. Because you can pick up a lot of these older games that if you don't want to have to go and find, because some of them are expensive. You want to play games, and I don't remember exactly what games are on the Virtual Console, so if I name one that's not on there, I apologize. But say you want to play games like Chrono Trigger. That's a $60 cart right now. And plus, you're going to have the SNES. Now, personally, I say do it that way. I prefer playing things on the original way they are meant to be played, but I can understand people not having the extra money for that and rather pick it up in the Virtual Console for $5, $10. It makes no sense of Nintendo to do this. It really doesn't. Not only does the release of the system just seem stupid, it's on, being on top of the Wii U, they've gutted the entire system to literally just being, you can play Nintendo Wii games. Do they really think their Nintendo Wii games are that popular that people are going to pick this thing up? They're just not. The only thing I can imagine they're doing is they are banking on market confusion. Their Wii U hasn't been doing that well, which kind of depressed me. I like what the Wii U seems like. I'd like to play it myself. I'm going to pick one up here eventually, and I think they could do a lot of creative things with it. But I think they're banking on market confusion, and that a lot of people will pick this up thinking that it was the Wii U. It's really almost borderline insulting. It really is. They've gutted the system of anything that made the system really any good to begin with. The majority of people out there, I forget the exact numbers, and you can find them online if you'd like, use it as a Netflix machine. It's meant to be a multimedia machine. That's what game consoles are nowadays. They're meant for multimedia. They're meant for you to put on so you can watch your Netflix, so you can go and check out things like YouTube and things of that nature, so you can get the DLC and all this kind of various stuff. You've lost all that access to it. I don't know what Nintendo was thinking. Nintendo, in my opinion, makes some of the best games there are in the world. I almost hope sometimes that they would just become a software-only company. The things that they've done just seem silly over the last couple consoles. I mean, the GameCube I enjoyed, but the GameCube was a bit silly. They decided we're going to put in mini disc, and after they finally decided we're going to make a disc, after they ruined that particular capability with the Nintendo 64, they said, oh, okay, we're going to put out these weird little mini discs that are practically hold no space compared to anything else. Then they released the Wii with this waggle stick, and they decide most of our games are not going to have another way to play them with a standard controller. But on top of that, we're not going to go HD. And now they finally decided we're going to go HD. They do the cool screen, things like that. But then they release this Wii thing. I like Nintendo, I really do. But they're killing me sometimes. I don't understand what their thought processes are. They need to work this out. Okay, folks, last bit of news that we have, and this is going to be a quick bit. A little bit of information on Deus Ex, if there happen to be any big Deus Ex fans out there. I loved Human Revolution. I enjoyed the original Deus Ex as well. Well, there's going to be a kind of re-release of it, but not through Ion Storm. There's a team out there that has released what's called New Vision, in which they're doing an overhaul of the environmental textures of the game. Not only on top of that, there has been the beta release of the HDTP mod, which is a high definition textures package, which definitely will increase the looks of the game. The original textures at times were as low as 32 by 32, but they were able to increase it to a minimum of 256, as well as some places a jump up to 1024 by 1024. Huge, massive graphical overhaul, guys. So if you've never played the original Deus Ex, go ahead and check out the link below. They'll have links to where you can go ahead and download it. Definitely pick it up. It looks much better this way. Well, folks, that's going to do it for us today. I do thank you all for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below. Otherwise, like, favorite, subscribe, and all that fun pizzazz. Otherwise, folks, keep on gaming.